The time has come to see the stove.
Wait a second, I've never told you anything about the stove, right? After coming to the cold Greek north, it was quite obvious to me I've had to have a way to warm up the boat during winter months. So after watching countless videos from other sailing liveaboards, I decided to buy a wood stove. I've decided on buying this boxy one. It's a very small one, but it's very efficient, it's 5 kilowatts. I got it from a Turkish blacksmith on Etsy, and the cost was 250 euros.
To see the stove installed. Well, not totally installed, but it's in place. You know, the double kind of chimney is in place, and then I'm just missing the brave part of it to just drill up, and I desperately need the stove because it's 13 degrees right now. It's freezing for the Greek standards at least. Deck fitting from Dickinson Marine. It's gonna sit up on the deck like that, and then I have to cut not just the ceiling and the deck at the same time, it's also this kind of fabric / wood, so this kind of interior decoration thingy. On the outside I got like a big chimney hat. It's gonna look a bit bulky, but hopefully not ugly.
I got the stove delivered back when I was in the boatyard, and I definitely had to test it outside. But it was really cold. I think this is the better time to do that because it's quite warm outside and I don't need to stick quite close to the stove. I have to burn it quite highly to make all this paint and all these kind of chemicals on it to set, and after that it's safe to use indoors. If you want to install a stove yourself, mark my words and mark them well. The most difficult part is to account for the curvature of the deck, so that the chimney will stand on the deck while being parallel to the mast. After experimenting with lots of materials, what did the trick for me was wooden slabs glued together to create one unit. Then I only had to learn wood turning because no carpenter would do that for me. But I was quite lucky my uncle had a bench lathe I could work on. Nevertheless, the learning curve was a thing. But look at that, it's taking shape. Oh, and don't try that with a tree log, trust me. Eventually, after 2 days in the attic, I managed to finish this, how would you call that? The wooden curvature adapter? But I've created a big mess. The next thing was to empty the cylinder from the material, so it can accommodate for the chimney, which needed lots of improvising, as you can tell. Ready for the cut. And now we have this distinct wedgie shape we needed. And this is the time I was trying to avoid, drilling the deck. But it had to be done. I usually say you have to break eggs to make an omelette, and this is me breaking eggs here. Not quite. As soon as we had the center of the chimney, we had to make some calculations about where to drill. And as you can tell, it was really windy and really cold on that day. And while I'm drilling that deck, why don't you go for our user drill, you know? The subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, or the like button if you truly like what you see, and also share with your friends or enemies. Oh yeah, and leave a comment down in the section if you want to ask me something about the stove.
The next stage was to create an epoxy resin wall to protect the deck's interior and also protrude a little bit outside of the deck to protect from water ingress. Let's see. Oh, there you go. This looks pretty solid. Ready to be cut. Not the prettiest thing ever, I guess, but still good enough to me. This contraption is to maintain the same height all over the wall around the perimeter of the cylinder. And it's made out of a very expensive and special, well, scrap plywood. Since we've tested out for waterproofability, well, since there are no leaks, we can now install the deck fitting from Dickinson's Marine. To do that, we need the rubber flange, we need some Sikaflex, and then we sandwich the flange between the wooden wedge and the deck fitting. Then we screw a handful of screws that are provided. I also had to open up a hole in the interior wooden panel, cutting the leather and the insulation. And voila! And this instant flame change is my favorite feature of the stove. I've also added a thermoelectric fan. It looks cool, I'm not sure if it does anything. I tested the temperature all over the stove to make sure nothing's really too hot to be a fire hazard. I've used an aluminium layered ceramic surface to protect the wooden panels and the fabrics. All in all, I'm super happy with the stove. It heats up the boat efficiently and it drops the humidity levels in the boat about 10% in 1 hour of use. Now I'll grab a drink and relax while watching the stove. Thanks for watching the video, guys. This is the Captain signing off. Until the next one, keep chasing your dreams. One horizon at a time. Go for it.